Hello everyone, we have seen earlier the performance parameter of an optical amplifier or optical link. So in which arise that budget for a optical link, we should know price time budget and power level budget. Along with that, bit error rate, what is the eye diagram, optical signal to ratio, signal to noise ratio. And this signal to noise ratio, which is independent of a data format or a optical filter bandwidth. It is just a ratio of the power received and what is the total noise power. So we can identify what is the quality of a signal at a receiver using the signal to noise ratio. Then for a given particular link, what type of amplifier we are using? Optical amplifier, and that amplifier having a noise, so that is called as the optical amplifier noise or amplified spontaneous noise. So in a given figure here, we have a EDFA amplifier, and it is showing that a noise level in a dB here. This one is signal noise, and this one is your amplifier then. So the amplifier we are using here, that is a EDFA, and so the noise level for each amplifier is different. So it is depending upon that how many number of stages we are using in a complete system, so that we can use the various types of amplifier. And that amplifier is nothing but a semiconductor amplifier there. You can say that we have EDFA amplifier. So for a number of stages, there will be a different level of a noise. So we'll see in detail about the optical amplifier, and then their noise is in a next lecture. In a given system, how your signal detected at a receiver, and what type of a format or a modulation scheme we are using. So receiver is able to identify or detect various types of modulation format. So transmitter, we can use ASK, FSK, PSK, but in the case of receiver, we are detecting the signal, and the detected signal and its performance depending upon that what is the bit error rate. So for a given format, ASK, FSK and PSK, at a receiver, what will be the bit error rate? The signal is transmitted from a link, through the link, from your transmitter, that is any LED or laser source there, and through the link your signal is propagating. At the receiver detects the level of the signal, that is 0 and 1, and based on that we can find out what is the receiver level. Now 1 and 0 changes, means level changes, so bit error rate changes. If there is a noise, then BR get affected, and that bit error rate is nothing but how many number of errors occurs within a period of time when we are sending total number of bits. So that bit error rate is different for this different modulation format. Because signal detected at a receiver means light falls on the detector, so it generates a number of electrons and hole pair, number of electron hole pair, and based on that number of electron hole pair, For a 0 pulse, how many number of bits generates? For a 1 pulse, how many number of bits generate? So we should know that average number of bit per particular period, and then we can find out the bit error rate. Here is a simple example, simple table, one table for the different modulation format and what type of receiver we are using. According to that, it has a probability of a error. So PR, so that is nothing but a bit error rate. Now here on-off keying is used. If it is a homodyne receiver, then average number of photons is required per bit. For a synchronous detection, error function define how many number of photons required per bit. Then asynchronous detection, how many number of photons required per bit. And if it is a direct detection, then we can obtain the probability of error based on the average number of photons required per bit. Now this average number of photons required per bit, in which we should know that pulses sent, that is 1 and 0, that's why a number of 1 sent and number of 1 bits received, number of 0 sent and number of 0 received. So detection in an optical system is used, and it is depending upon that what is the phase of a given particular signal, or you can say that optical carrier. And the detection of the light is considered in the case of amplifier, what will be the signal and what is its phase modulation. So that's why for a receiver we should know that what type of modulation format we are using, and then using those modulation format what type of a receiver we are going to be considered, whether it is homodyne or a heterodyne. And if it is homodyne, so then a carrier or a local oscillator comes in a picture there, because it has the same equal value in a homodyne and different in a heterodyne there. So the equation shows you that how many number of photons required per bit for the different modulation format. This table summarizes the probability of error as a function of the number of received photons per bit for a coherent optical fiber system. And second table indicates that is number of photons required for a 10⁻⁹ BER by an ideal receiver which has a photodetector with a unified quantum efficiency. So average number of photons required, generally 10⁻⁹ is used in optical communication link. So that's why in this table 10⁹ BER is used for the representing the how many number of electrons received in a given modulation format. But in the case of other link, some link they are using a 10⁻12 BER. So for the 10⁻12 BER, it has a different modulation format and a different number of photons required for this given bit rate. This table indicates only for a 10⁻⁹, and it has a different modulation format. There are the different types of receiver, and these are the number of bits received, the number of photons required for the given bit rate. And that's all about your part A of your optical communication link. And part B consists of a optical amplifier. Part E is optical communication link, and in this link we have studied a power budget, system rise time, and in a power budget it is a power level received, and in a system rise time we have considered that what is the rise time for the transmitter, receiver, and for a given optical fiber what is the modal dispersion or a material dispersion for a given fiber. So this budget, link power budget and a rise time budget define the system performance or a what is the system link we are. So we should know that for a link power budget what will be the total loss in a given system, and that total loss is depending upon that connector loss, which connectors we are using here at a transmitter, means at a source, and connector used at a receiver or a detector. Then for a given length of a fiber, how many splices we are using, and for a given length of fiber what will be the total alternation occur, and then any other losses comes in the factor of a system margin, so that we can find out a link power budget. So this one is the total loss required, so we can use above than that value of a power to be received at the receiver. So these are the factors involved in power budget calculations, and we can find out a total power received at the receiver there using the various laws. And light, then the rise time budget indicates transmitting rise time, fiber for a given particular fiber, modal or a group velocity dispersion, and then a receiver rise time. In all this rise time budget we should know electrical bandwidth, we should know the length of the fiber, what is the spectral width of the source, and a dispersion factor. So we can obtain the total rise time. And the performance of the optical link is depending upon the what type of modulation format we are using, so that at a receiver we are able to identify that number of bit error received, or we can say that BR, for a given BR, number of photons required at a detector. That is about your link power budget. In part B we will learn that optical amplifier, in which we will learn a semiconductor optical amplifier, EDFA, Raman amplifier, and a wideband amplifier. So why this amplifier required in optical link? Because we have learned earlier, that is link power budget. So signal degrades. If the signal degrades, then it is difficult to detect or make a decision of a circuit what bit format we are sending. So there will be interference in a system. To avoid that inter-symbol interference, we will use an amplifier, or to increase the level of the signal we will use the optical amplifier. There are the various types of optical amplifier is used in a optical link. So that optical amplifier can be used in between the link, or we are using that optical amplifier at a receiver or a detector there. So different types of optical amplifiers are there, and we'll see in detail all those.